Hello and special to this special Greenathon.
444444.
I'm
Very original.
Yeah, we're very original. She even looks like Salman Khan sometimes. I am Vikram Thapa. This is Beverly White, and with us is the Marathon Man.
Yes, the man who can go the distance in more ways than one, of course, Milind Soman. Milind, welcome back.
Thank you.
I'm used to seeing you at the end of a finish line actually, but welcome back. He actually just walked into the frame. He normally doesn't do that. He runs.
I really wish this was the finish line. It was over.
I talk about finish lines. You are a man who keeps raising the bar every single year that you've been with us. How are you planning to really do that this year? You're taking it to a whole different level, right?
Yeah, don't ask me how I'm going to do it. It is a big challenge.
Yeah.
Last year, I think in retrospect was quite easy to do 557 kilometers Ahmedabad to Bombay. We thought it would be really tough, and of course, I think the greatest challenge was the weather. It was over 40 degrees when we started, and we were running on a highway. So all the things that people generally tell you not to do when you run, those were the things that we were doing. But it was not bad. Absolutely a fantastic sense of achievement once we finished.
But running is something that you do. Yeah. But when it first started, when NDTV first came with the idea, what did you have to think about it? Will it become so big? Did you actually think that?
No, not really, because it was supposed to be a 24-hour event. So how much can you run in 24 hours? You know, so when I was first asked what we could do, I thought maybe 60 kilometers. You know, let's try 60. Then the second year they say, okay, what can we do now? I said, let's do 100 because 60 was really easy. Let's do 100. Then the third year, which was last year, they said, how much? And I said, I don't think more than 100 kilometers in 24 hours will be much fun. So let's do 15 days of 557 kilometers. And that was the reason.
You know, those were the days when 24 hours seemed like a mammoth task. But let's see how it actually happened.
Run down memory lane.
Run DMs.
I'm going to call you Superman from now.
I'm going to melt into a little blob and see that.
3, 2, 1, go!
Milind Soman, ladies and gentlemen, is running 100 kilometers.
Milind has now crossed the halfway mark. He's done over 50 kilometers.
500 up, 500 from Ahmedabad to Bombay.
Now, as much as we all love to see Milind Soman run in slow motion, run in fast motion, if there is such a thing, he's also running for a cause. He's not just running for the visual delight that it offers us. Milind, do you want to tell us what are the causes that you're running for, other than the cause of womankind?
Well, to spread the word about the environment, what needs to be done for us to treat the environment in a better way. That was one of the reasons why I suggested going from Ahmedabad to Bombay. So it really gets us closer to the people on the ground, trying to figure out is it just stuff that we are talking about in Bombay and Delhi and in the media about the environment. But we found that people have really taken it to heart. They're doing stuff in all kinds of different fields that help the environment. So that was really inspiring to see.
But it must be a difficult task to, when it first started, you were just running. I mean, you were one part of the whole campaign where Milind is running for the cause. But then you run even more and then you start talking to people about it. So then these are two different things. So how did you cope with all of that?
Well, I think it was tough. I was going to say that I think talking to people took my mind off the pressure of running, but it didn't. It was very tough for us to really schedule the time we had to run. We tried to run at the cooler times of the day, but we had to meet people, obviously, in the time that they were working, in the villages, not really much shade and all that. The conditions were tough. It's not easy to do, but I must say it's very, very satisfying.
And in a minute, when people talk about environmental issues, it tends to be this kind of blanket statement, But it's important also to focus on particular issues so that, there's a single-minded sort of focus as well. Plastic recycling was one of those main areas of focus, wasn't it?
It was. Last year, of course, plastic recycling was a major focus, and we did visit a lot of people who were doing stuff with plastic recycling. But I also found that there were so many people who were doing so much in their own little way to help the cause of the environment, and just things that probably you'd never think of, but some things that were close to their heart. And the important thing is that each one of us can actually do that little bit, even at home, even in our jobs, even just a small change in our lifestyle, and we can do our bit to help the environment. And if everybody does that, of course, it'll make a huge, huge difference.
Do you have the NDTV Profit app? All the markets, all the news and your own homemade, ready-made portfolio available there for you.
We will right now answer what you should sell, what you should buy when markets are down.
Download at ndtvprofit.com/apps. Get the best app from the channel you trust.